Good morning and welcome back to one of my fix-it videos. Another one of these projects where you're using something and it's just not quite right. And so that's what we have here today. This is a vise, bench vise, and I've got it clamped here just so I can access the swivel on the bottom. And this thing's never quite swiveled right. It's like it always hangs up. So I got to looking at it and noticed the swivel part in the bottom was not spinning freely inside the vise. There was paint on this part where it goes in, where it matches up to. This is the part that bolts, this bolts down right here, and then this part sets in here. These two holes are where the bolts come through from the top, where you swivel it. And it's always hung up when I've spun it around. I'm like, man, what is going on? So I dug into it, and that's where I found the paint and the dirt. Never really was right from new. Anybody knows when you have two sliding metal surfaces, you do not want paint. So that's what I did. I just took and just polished all that out in there with some sandpaper. And same thing here, cleaned up that part. And I actually laid this bottom part on my belt sander and made sure it was flat, and also the other side, and just cleaned it up good. And wow, what a difference. It slides freely in this part. Can't wait to get it back together. I'm actually going to remount this vise. I had it on this corner, and when you walk in from the door and you're walking by, guess what's right in your way? Doggone vise, handle and all. So it's going to be moved to this corner where it's less likely to be an issue rounding, going around this end. But just wanted to give you a little short video today, something simple. Just took a few minutes to tear this apart, and I'm believing this vise is going to be much handier in the future. Just a quick tips here when drilling the holes. I start out with a pilot hole, and I do have some water-soluble oil that I've sprayed in the spots I'm going to drill. And you always want to use a pilot hole first. This is pretty thick. What I'm going through here is about close to 3/8 of an inch. When you use the coolant, it'll keep your bit cool and keep it sharper. Once you get through at the smaller bit, then when you want to grab your final size, plus the pilot hole that I drilled of this bit here is actually just a little bit bigger than the web on here. And when you relieve that, it makes this hole drilling much easier. And get your speed down. Smaller the bit, the higher the speed. Bigger the bit, lower the speed. I'm going to drop this down to low. Hang on for my dear life. Keep a little lubricant on there, keeps the bit cool. And then I always like to take a countersink and just slightly deburr that hole with the countersink, top and bottom, especially where you've come through on the bottom. It's where your biggest burr is. Just like that. Now, if I didn't use this pilot drill first and I went straight to my 1/2-inch bit, it would take me a month of Sundays to drill through that. So I'll get the rest of the holes drilled. All right, we got the vise mounted. And I wish I would have taken a video footage of this before. Oh, is this smooth? I mean, it just spins around. And now I can spin it over there and it is out of my walking path. So yeah, this was a win-win. So one more comment I wanted to make. I had people telling in my comments they couldn't hear me on some of my videos, so I bought this lapel mic. This is awesome. That was a very good idea. And also I have a kind of a selfie stick. I can hold it out there ways without my arm not being long enough. So that was a good decision also to make, pretty reasonable. You can see the green light is on. It's paired with the adapter in my phone. All these little things that make YouTube videos much better. So thanks again for watching my videos. Give me a like. Subscribe to my station if you want. Appreciate any comments. Absolutely any comments. And also on drilling these holes, I kind of left it out there, but there's all kinds of speeds and feed charts, mostly speeds for your drilling holes, especially in high-speed steel or high-speed steel bits in carbon steel. And just for instance, the pilot drill I was using was a 9/64 bit. And a 9/64 would give you about 2,700 RPM you'd want to use for drilling in steel. That's right around 100 surface feet per minute. For the half-inch drill, right around 750 is right just below 100 surface feet per minute for that also. So, but yeah, on the internet you can find speeds and feeds charts. Very good idea to kind of watch that. Because if you start getting blue chips when you're drilling in steel, you are overheating it. You will destroy your bit. And if you do it too long, the steel will actually get hard. It'll harden on you, especially when you're spraying it with a soluble oil or a lubricant or even water. It will get hard, and then you have a real tough time getting through it. So keep your speeds down there, and when you're drilling steel. All right, thank you for your comments.